Obviously, everyone who has done any work for this class has joined the Open Lab. We use our class blog as the main place to post things. But you'll notice if you're looking at a post that you created, so you can see it here even just on this intro post that I created. But if I go to my author page and I look at a post that I created, if I'm logged in to my account, you're going to see there's an Add to Portfolio button here. This is something that has to be enabled across the site. So if you use the Open Lab in other classes and you don't see that there, that means that the professor for that has not enabled that, but you could ask them to do it and they probably will. But basically, if I click on this button, it's going to add this post to my own WordPress site. So let's take a look at what that looks like first, and then I'll show you guys how that works. So if you're logged into the Open Lab, you're going to have a profile. I'm going to open this in another tab. And this is what your profile looks like. So it sets up your membership for different courses or communities or projects that you might be involved in. You can see, obviously, since I teach most of my classes on here, I have lots of courses here. I'm also a member of a bunch of different communities on here, and I have projects on here. I use it for a lot of different stuff. For you guys, you should be a member of this course, and so when you look at the course, you're going to see all the members down here, and that's what gives you access to the website. Anyway, if you go to your own profile, you will, if you haven't set up a portfolio site, you won't see these links, but you can go to settings here, and under the settings page, you can go to profile, and should be a button to add a site somewhere here, or maybe it's under account settings. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but you should be able to create a portfolio site here. I've already created a portfolio site, so I can't really undo that to demonstrate this, but if you have trouble with that, I can help you with it. If you click on the portfolio site, it's going to show you the main site. I basically just have like a demo site where I've added links to some of my classes, just as an example. But if you click on the dashboard link, that's going to take you to the WordPress version of your site. So here you can create your own WordPress blog, and you can post whatever you want as and it doesn't actually have to be a portfolio. You could create anything you want on here, but you have total control over this. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on setting it up just because there's a lot of different ways you could do it, but a couple recommendations that I would make is, first of all, I would use a modern theme like either 2023, or there's also now maybe we don't have, I thought they would have installed 24 by now, but I don't see it on here. Anyway, I would just use the most modern theme, so 2024 is a good one. The more modern themes are a little bit harder to use in some ways, but they have a lot more features. Once you choose a theme, you can customize the theme, so you can choose different colors and layouts and things like that. You can really get kind of lost in here, so if you haven't used WordPress before, I would try to keep it simple. But one place you can go is the styles, and they have some built-in default styles, and you can just find one that you like and just use that as a default. So once you've done that, another thing that will be useful is if you go to plugins. Under the plugins section, there is a plugin called Visual Portfolio. So if you search for that, this is not going to be on by default, so you have to turn it on. So there'll be a button here that says activate. If you do this, it's really easy to create grids and layouts with images or links to your posts. So you can make a lot more visually appealing components to your portfolio. The example that I have here with this grid of posts where I can click on different posts needs a little work. I'm still kind of trying to play around with the different settings, but this is made using that visual portfolio. So I want to get rid of those scroll bars and kind of change the designs a little bit, but this is a lot easier to create a layout like this than it would be normally. So you can also add links to the menu up here and add stuff to, add whatever you want here. Again, there's a ton of different settings, so if you have specific things that you're going for, I'll go over that with you individually, but I just want to kind of go over the basic setup. Okay, so once you've done all that, you need to actually add content. I have a bunch of like random stuff in here just to use it as an example, but if you've got posts from this class or other classes that you want to add to your portfolio, remember I talked earlier about this add to portfolio button. Basically what this does, if I click on this button, it's going to make a post in my portfolio blog, and it's just going to make a copy of the post from this blog. So it'll still exist on the class blog, but it'll be added to my portfolio. So you can make some changes here. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to click on that. Let's try that again. So you can change the title if you want, you can add some notes, and you can choose either a post or page format, and then you can click add to portfolio. And so now if I go back over to my portfolio blog, you'll see it's added my self-portrait. By default, it's not published, it's a draft, so I would need to publish it before I'll see it on the portfolio. So I'm gonna go over here and take a look at this. And for it to work correctly, you're gonna probably want to add a featured image. So if you don't have a featured image, you can just take a screenshot of the post or make an image. But once you have an image, that's gonna probably be, you'll want to add a featured image. So I'm just gonna grab the image that I used here, and I'll just download this real quick to my desktop and then upload it right here. Although actually it's in here. Oh no, it's in here. So it's already in the media actually. So I don't even need to do that. Forget that. Let's go back here. I'll just go to set featured image. It should actually be here already once I add the post. This might be it. Oh no, this says placeholder. Okay, let me see if this image, it should be in the media library. Oh, uploaded to this post. Okay. It doesn't look like it made it through. So actually, let's go back to the one we downloaded and let's just throw this on here. So I'm just gonna upload this. So now I've got a featured image. Obviously, you can change the text. You can do other stuff. And then there's gonna be a field down in the custom fields area, which has like a little portfolio citation. You can delete this if you want. I'll show you what this is going to look like. So if I preview this in a new tab, there's going to be like a little section at the end. So now this is my portfolio site, and there's a little section here that says this was originally posted in the class blog. You might not want that, so if you want to get rid of that, just delete this portfolio citation and then click publish or save or update or whatever. And now we'll have a new self-portrait post. So it looks kind of weird. There's other things, like I'd probably turn off the comments and fix a couple things, but now this should show up, or I can add it to this page here. So I can add it as one of my portfolio posts here. If I click on here, oh no, I have to add it. Okay, I have to tag. Let's tag portfolio. There's a lot of different things you have to set up, but eventually you can get something that will look cool. Okay, so now I have my new portfolio, or my new self-portrait as part of my portfolio. So it just makes it easy to collect work that you've done in different classes in one place and get started creating a portfolio. Obviously, eventually you'll add other stuff in there, and you might get rid of this at some point, but it's a really good starting point for just organizing what you've created at BMCC in your classes, along with other stuff that you might want to add in here, and having something that you can send to people. This is a public link, so if if I copy this, if I open this in an incognito window, it's a real working website. So I can send this to anybody that I'm applying for any position or for school or anything else like that. And it doesn't have ads on it. It doesn't have like weird pop-ups or other things like that. It's just a normal WordPress blog. So it's actually a pretty useful thing to be able to have access to, through the BMCC Open Lab. Okay, that's it for the portfolio, but I hope you guys take a little bit of time to build something. There's also a lot of portfolio sessions that are run through the department. Alex Vasquez, who you've probably gotten some emails from, does portfolio workshops, so he'll show you some of the steps of creating a portfolio and also give you feedback. We also do like portfolio reviews, which I often participate in, where I make fun of how bad your portfolio is, and then you can go fix it. So it's a good thing to you know have when you get out of BMCC. Even if you have good grades or whatever, what really matters is like what you can actually create, and your portfolio is the main way that you show that. Okay, any questions on any of that stuff? Okay, I'll stop here.